Hey y'all. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hey Ayana, you should join me. I always see you on here and I appreciate your support, but you should definitely join. I'd love to have more ladies come on and participate. What's up, Rubber Band Man? Hey Dana. Okay. So good evening everyone and welcome to the Becky Brown Girl Show. I'm your host of the same name, and I appreciate you joining me. One day, I swear I'm gonna be on time, but it's not tonight. Anyway, tonight I wanted to talk about non-physical, non-sexual turn-ons. And, well, damn, I mean, you didn't even let me get it out. Non-physical turn-ons and turn-offs. So, Mike, you already, I see you already got started, but you have to hold on. Maybe you can join me. But, so, as always, you know, I would love for y'all to jump on and share with me what your turn-ons and turn-offs are. But I will get this party started, and then I'm gonna add my girl Dana. So just stand by so she can share hers as well. And then, like I said, just send me the requests, or you know, you can put them in the chat, whatever. But in any case, so for me, to start, I'll start with the turn-ons. Being a man of your word, that is like huge. Because a lot of people, in my experience, talk and don't follow through on the things that they say. And sometimes like making promises of things that I'm not even asking for, which is even more annoying. Cause like, why are you even saying it when you know you don't mean it? It's just annoying. But anyway, so a man of his word who does what he says he's going to do. And so he's a man of action, not just a man of talk. Someone who's decisive, good with making decisions, sort of not equivocating, especially because, you know, a lot of men are big on wanting to be the lead and the head. If you're not a good decision maker, then why would I feel comfortable following you if you can't make a decision? You know what I mean? Someone who's intellectual, book and street smart. So he doesn't have to be like super degreed up, but knowledgeable in a lot of different areas, like someone who can teach me, you know, something new that I might, and expose me to something new that I might not be familiar with. Like, I like that. A great sense of humor. Like, you have to be funny, not too serious. I don't really vibe with anyone who doesn't know how to be silly and like laugh at themselves sometime. And and that takes care of himself. So you know, physically active. Like, at this big age, it's important that we are mindful of our health. So we can't just like eat, drink, smoke everything, because you know, like, it might take your ass out of here. So I need you to be concerned and have regard and care for yourself, because then I feel like that would translate into the way that you treat me. But then as far as turn-offs are concerned, so lying is at the top of the list. Like, that's a no-go. Like, okay, well, we're all gonna die. That's cool. So again, okay. I mean, tomato, but it matters to me. Because you did ask, or I'm sharing mine. Okay. Somebody said it's hard for the foodies. I don't think so. Like, I think you can do things in moderation. Like, you can't Well, you can do whatever you want to do because it's your body and it's your life. I'm telling you what I like. That's it. Um, Back to my turnoffs: lying, not keeping promises, smoking. I don't care about cigars. I mean, if you smoke weed, it's not really my thing, but like if whatever. But like every day, it's not. That's not really. It's not my gig. But cigarettes are definitely out of here. Um, Being a deadbeat is a no go for sure. And then disrespecting women, like yeah, like you, yeah. Anyway, so those are mine, or some of mine. Did you hear what I said? What? Okay, Dana, if you're here, hopefully you're here. I'm gonna add you, so you can chime in with yours. Um, Anyone else share their own? Um, my physical preference, it it depends. I'll say that. Like I said, I like somebody who is active and takes care of himself. He does not have to be like all super cut up and extra muscular um um because we're at this point in our life, like that's just not necessarily a realistic expectation. So um Dana, are you here? um yeah, but generally that's my preference. I like you to be active, um and and I don't really care about height, so you don't have to be 6 feet. Like that's not a thing for me, although if you are, that's cool too, but it's not a deal breaker like it is for most women. No, I want you to come on. I want to see your face, Dana. I see that you're here. I sent you a request. You have to accept it though. Um, so do any of the fellas want to join? Mike, why don't you join? You have a lot to say. I mean, other people, race preference. uh, Look, I mean, the brother's gonna be at the top of my list. I'm not gonna hold you. Have I dated others? I mean, I have, but what I it went by too fast. Um, Chuck B, what's your comment? Let me see what you said. Can y'all jump on? You know how I hate talking to myself. And uh, um, yeah, just can you add it again? Because I don't know what you said, Mr. Chuck B. Um, Ladies, do any of the ladies? Uh, uh can you? I'm sorry. I'm just getting distracted because I'm trying to add my friend Dana. She said she can't see the request though. I don't know what it looks like on your side, so I can't help you with that. Maybe somebody else um has some insight they want to share. Um okay, so seasoned for justice. Send me a request, please. That's fine, Mike. Okay, so I'm adding well, I'm trying to add you. I don't know if this is oh, there you are. Okay.
Hey, what's up, hip hop?
Hi. Oh, Dana. Hi. Look, I got a two for one.
Okay, he can go first. I can just chill, no worries.
What'd you say? No, ladies first.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Well, I'm trying
Listen,
to add you.
I'll
I
play
don't
the
know if this is. Oh,
background.
there
I
you
don't mind. Hey, what's up, hip hop?
are. Oh, Dana. Hi. Y'all know each other? Oh,
No.
wait a minute. Why? Why? I feel like I hear a delay. I
Can
don't
you hear
know.
me now?
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe that was on his thing. Or you're not on two devices, are you?
Not now. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's better. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Beautiful. So, introduce yourself to the people, and you know.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Dana. I love Stacy, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to join. And she always has so many great topics, and I'm always moving a mile a minute. But my life has been full circle, and I've played so many different roles in the love category. I thought this one would be interesting for me. So I am a mom. I'm a football mom. In my previous life, I had been married for 15 years, had a divorce, and became a single mom. And that was actually the best time of my life because I came in and had to do what I needed to do for my boys by myself. Then, almost 3 years ago, Prince Charming came along. And during that time frame, these are some of the things that I went over. What would make me go and get married again? What type of man would I want? What are the turn-offs, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent? So to answer your question, I would say, even though you said some of them, being honest is a big deal. There's so many people, not just men, that just lie about the dumbest things. And the thing is, for me, when you get caught in a dumbass lie, excuse my French, it makes me think, well, what else would you lie about? And especially in the beginning, when the doors are wide open and you have the ability to choose, right? Be honest so that the woman can really make a decision on what she wants to choose. There's no point to lie. There's so,
Ma'am.
I mean, what?
Exactly. Let me tell you something. Like, you are in my head, I swear to God, because it's the lying. Like, and again, you're right. If you're gonna lie about something small, and then volunteering lies.
Volunteering it, not even asking.
Right. Like, I didn't ask you to do this. You volunteered and you said, we gonna be this, we gonna do this. And I didn't ask you. And of course you didn't follow through because and I'm not painting every man with that broad brush, but some of y'all are making it look bad for
Yep.
For your fellow um for your fellow men, because
And
the lying is like they lie for sport.
yep. And I feel like this. So this is kind of like I'm kind of saying something in contrary to what I said. There are times when you can lie, but when you're with somebody and you're growing with somebody, like Facebook and Instagram, the 99% of that crap is lies, because I meet y'all fools in real life and y'all ain't smacking and clapping and doing none of that stuff that I see on social media. That's just like a front. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, builds their page or whatever they do based on whatever they want to. Mine happens to be real, so when I meet people that really don't live that way, really don't act that way, it's kind of random. But I feel like when you meet your person and somebody, like, y'all can lie to the world to have them think what y'all want to think, but not to each other. That's when lying is acceptable, because I don't owe nobody the truth when it comes to those type of things.
Right.
You know, you don't have to be vulnerable to the world at times when you don't want to be. And that's what I mean where there's that line down the middle.
Yep.
Another thing that I cannot stand when it comes to men is, do not chase me down, and then when you get me, fumble the bag and be all up in your face. Like, I need a man that can be with a beautiful woman and be with just one beautiful woman. I have, all my friends are beautiful. So if I'm having a party at my house and my fine man walks in and sees my 20 beautiful friends in the kitchen, I don't need his little ping pong sticking up because he's not around beautiful women before. That happened before. Like, a guy that was kind of shaky, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, he's in a candy store. And it's so weird. Like, I guess at this age, it's so weird that men haven't been able to take their emotions and be able to be around beautiful women and other beautiful people and beautiful energy without getting so, like, giddy. And this is not all men. I'm just saying some of the, the little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I crossed in the past, I was just kind of like, whoa. And then cigarettes is an absolute no. I do not want to lick an ashtray. That's nasty. It's nasty. But yeah, like
Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Seasons for Justice asked, what's your real name, sir? Anyway, because I'm going to bring you back on. But he asked, what do you mean by you don't owe people the truth? What she said was, um, she means like you don't have to show the whole world every aspect of your life. That doesn't mean you're being inauthentic. It's just that you might not show them when you're going through something real, because isn't like everybody isn't for you. Like some people are just there to watch the train wreck, and like because misery loves company, they enjoy, like I talked about this last week, how some people that might even be in your very close circle and in your, in your proximity, just like they secretly enjoy, watching you go through stuff, and they aren't there to celebrate you,
absolutely.
unfortunately. So imagine strangers, like they definitely don't care. And so that's, I mean, I think I captured, not that
Yep.
you can speak for yourself, but
Exactly perfect. Like I don't have to, if me and my partner are going through a downfall, I don't have to post that one of us lost our job. I don't have to post a death. I don't have to post those things that allow me to be vulnerable. And when I say lie to the world, on a Monday, I may post, me skating or riding my bike outside or being happy. And maybe that day I truly wasn't happy. And that's what I mean about, you don't have to give that to the world, but don't lie to me. Like that's what I'm saying when I say as far as the lying is concerned. And another thing is, for me, everyone is different. As a grown man, when you date a woman that has children, there is a quality that you have to have, whether you have children or not. That's never been a thing. I don't care if you had 6 children or if you have 1, but you have to have the caliber to be an amazing father, because I have boys and I want my boys to grow up and be able to emulate the behaviors that you portray, because ain't no point for me to move on and now they have 2 women in their life. That's not cool. You know what I mean? So I just need that manly man. And I'm not talking about roughhousing and punching in your chest and saying man up to a 5-year-old. I mean a man that shows me how to love. My kids are going to be able to hopefully meet a woman and say, I saw Mr. Vinny treat mommy that way. I saw this and I saw that. And they want to do the same thing because they're going to know how to love in that capacity.
exactly. So I guess you've kind of, because I didn't really give a limit on, what like X amount of turn-ons and turn-offs, but I think you definitely covered like some of the big ones. But for sure, like I said, honesty is big. And yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about like little white lies
Wait,
here or there.
sorry. Someone said, yikes, what are you still complaining about? You have a great man now, sheesh. And you know what? I also think for your comment, Season for Justice, communicating is one thing, but comprehension is another. I'm not complaining. I'm on a forum and I'm giving my past. This October will make 1 year with my fine ass husband, and February will make 3 years. I'm not complaining about a damn thing. I am so blessed and I am so happy that I finally found my person. But like I said prior, if you were on the call, I had to go through a couple Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to get there. And once you know what your worth is and what you will and won't accept, you don't have to go through so much, because in the beginning, those red flags will be there. So to answer your question, sir, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy. And you can play the violin a little bit louder. Okay, no problem.
Listen, we there's no beef on here. I mean,
This
everybody's
is
entitled to
love.
express their opinion, but like I said, I asked for people to provide, their turn-ons and turn-offs. So in the turn-offs, you're going to talk about things that you don't like. I mean, and maybe you can come back on, sir. Um, okay. Anyway, so we'll come back to you, but Mike, since you're here, can
How you
you
doing?
introduce yourself to the people again? And
I'm Mike. How you
Mike.
doing?
Um,
Good.
okay, so
Yeah.
share
So
your turn-ons and
I've
turn-offs.
been married as well. I've been on here. I've been married twice. Um, Insecurity as a woman, I've always dated beautiful women. I always loved beautiful women. I feel as though a lot of times beautiful women are the most insecure. That's been been my experience, right? And insecurity is a big turn off for me. I guess a good personality, being able to jump up and get out the house in a couple of minutes, we can go. That's a big turn on for me. You know, put it in like the messy bun or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Let's go, let's get out of there. You know, natural. You know, I love pretty feet, soft feet. I get my nails and toes done, so I'm like, I want my woman to do the same. You know, I want her to be, you know, hygiene is a big thing for me. You know, that's a big thing. Cleanliness. So I get a housekeeper once a month, even though I keep it immaculate. You know, cleanliness. Yeah, they you know, I don't ask for much. You know, just that kind of stuff. You know, it's,
Okay.
you know.
There was something you said I wanted to damn, I forgot. Okay. I mean, you know, again, this is not to clarify, this is not intended to be like a man woman bashing session, because I know that there is a ton of forums like that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the socials.
You know what? I love women so much I married them twice. You know what I mean? You know,
So,
so it's no, I love women. You know, I think that this day and time, that you know, it's not a. I'm gonna speak for men, right? For the majority of men that you know, that I'm surrounded by. I think that if the media and everything is portraying women in a certain light, and they are mimicking these women instead of, well, I'm gonna give you an example. I tell my sons, right? That's entertainment. The TV or whatever, however they dress or whatever, you know, that's entertainment. I expect you to act this way. If you want to act like that, you know, that's however you act or whatever, you know, but that's not the real life. That's not real life. And, you know, and I think I guess, piggyback off of that is that a lot of times you have a lot of good women who are getting caught up in, you know, standing beside not so reputable women and getting, you know, caught up in that. And it's like, you know what? It's kind of touchy, and you don't want to really speak on it so much. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. So I'm like, you don't want to call a girl something that she's not, or you don't want to misrepresent her, or, you know, because she possibly not. She could be just going out having a good time real quick.
Wait,
right?
hold on. Let me ask you a question. Are you on a speaker or something?
I am. So well, you know what? I got my air conditioner on. I'm in my truck. I'm
No,
listening to you.
because
Can
I
you
don't
hear me
know
now?
I don't know if it's that. It just sounds really muffled, and I know sometimes when I see it back, the sound, you know, it sounds. But that's better. I mean, I don't want you to be out there sweating, but
Yeah.
look, in the same way, I don't think that you should. No, he does have to be a little bit PC because my mama on here, and the whole and if you had joined earlier, the whole what I said was one of my turnoffs is, like, I remember I was talking to somebody who was referring to women as broads. I was like, I mean, he might not think it's bad because he didn't call them a bitch,
Right.
but like, I'm like,
And
well,
then it's like,
why do you think that is acceptable? And why are you talking to me like I'm your homeboy?
right.
No, because
I understand that. Men respect women, and vice versa, right? So I respect. Like, I open the door for anybody, right? I'm opening the door because I'm a gentleman, not because they deserve it or whatever. It's because who I was raised to be, right? And, you know, I'm going to respect a woman based upon that's how I was raised to respect a woman. However, I think that a lot of times guys that don't have that balance to understand that, women, if they're nice, nice guy or whatever, call them late, be respectful. A lot of times they get taken for granted, so it's like, let me be a bad guy, that type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I know it's a catch-22.
yeah,
So yes, you're right.
yeah,
So women do tend to, well, okay, again, I don't like painting a broad brush or generalizing, but some women, and I've been, guilty of this myself, like you chase the, not chase, but you sometimes are more attracted to the guy that's more edgy.
yeah.
And
Well, the thing is, I don't care too much. You don't care too much. Once you show that you can, like I'm out here chasing my dreams and doing this, that, and the third. Once you doing that, and a woman sees that, and you exude that type of confidence, they pick up on that. But when you don't do that, and you out here mess, whatever, they understand that too, So it's like I don't know, man. Is the type of it's going to be a never-ending conversation.
it is it is going to be a never-ending conversation, but this can't be a never-ending conversation. So
Gotcha.
so before I have to, slide my box out, my wrap it up box before, some anyway. So to sum it up, your turn-ons are
Pretty feet.
okay, yes, I got the pretty feet, and what else did you say?
Being clean.
Low maintenance, clean.
Yeah.
Um,
Confidence.
okay, confident.
A good
Okay.
personality. Being able to take a joke.
Okay. And then the turn-offs are somebody who is okay. Quickly though, or do you not want to say? That's fine. We can keep it positive if you
Yeah,
just
we
want to
just gonna keep
focus
it
on the things you
positive
like.
because I don't really. At this point in the stage of my life, yeah, we just gonna keep it positive. Yeah, I don't.
Now, I think I asked you this on another on another live that you were on with me, but would you get married again?
I would, but it's going to take so much more because the level I'm on mentally and like it's not the teenage love, right? Like I've had the teenage love going into the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you build, you buy houses and all that kind. You establish, children and all other kind of stuff, right? Then I had something that I tried to do different. So this would it had to come out the blue somewhere. It just had to pop and hit me in the head like, oh, it's got to come different. I'm not going to be looking for it.
It's fair. I mean, but the fact that you would even be receptive to it at all when you've been
Yeah, but
through it several times, because most men, like, just like with one heartbreak, after one heartbreak, women are forever more, you know, like they're gonna dog them out for the rest of their life because they're not emotionally mature enough to move past that. So for you to be open and receptive to,
somebody's
marriage.
going to have to change my underwear at 70 or 60, right? And I want them, or somebody might have to make a life decision for me. I just want to make sure
But
that,
that's real.
I have that. Yeah. So I got to look past the fact that I got teeth now and I got hair now or whatever. You know what I mean? I got to look 20 years down the road. You know what I'm saying? Where things might not be so good and put together, and you know what I mean, and you know, yeah.
Okay,
So
I got
yeah,
you. Well, I appreciate your insight, Dana. I want you to hang with me if you can.
Sure.
Um, so Season for Justice has a lot of questions for you, and I have somebody else who is trying to get on here now as well. So, he wanted to know why you got divorced, but y'all can talk about that in the chat.
okay.
No, you know what? Because the background noise, I think it's if I add somebody else, I think it's going to be too much noise in the background. Unless you want to mute your mic when you're not talking. Do you mind? Do you mind doing that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, you know what? Okay, Mike.
I was in here working out. I
I
was
was about to
working
say,
out.
I don't know what's happening over there, but please, I hope
I
I
was
hope
working
you're
out. I was
decent.
working out. I was doing my dumbbell workout.
Okay, okay, good. So introduce yourself to the people, please, and share your turn-ons and turn-offs.
I'm Mike Ross, also known as Mike on the mic. My turn on is all the sexy women coming to my comedy show. My turn off is the women who don't come to my comedy show. That's all I had to
All
say.
right.
You can let everybody else get on here and start talking.
Well, wait a minute. So you don't want to tell them when your show is, where it is.
My next
Since
my,
you plug in it.
my next show here in Jersey is October 15th at the Stress Factory. So the chick who said she got 20 pretty friends, make sure she bring all her 20 beautiful
The
friends to the
chick
comedy
is
show.
right here, and her name is Dana. Would you like to
I'm,
ask her
hold
nicely?
hold on. I'm sorry I said chick, but at least I didn't say broad. I didn't say broad. I said chick.
Oh my God, I'm putting y'all out of here.
this I'm sorry, Dana, beautiful queen. Could you bring the other beautiful queens
Yes.
to the comedy show?
Send me a message. That's on a Sunday, correct?
It's on a Sunday.
Send me the information, and I will be happy to put it on my story and send it out. I'm having a party on the 14th, so I could see if I can get down to Jersey on Sunday. We'll see.
That's my shameless plug, Stace.
That's listen. You help me out. I'm gonna help you. I mean, I appreciate you, and I always appreciate the support. So, um, cool.
Enjoy the show. I'm finished enjoying the show and the topics.
Okay, thank you.
You have to. It's 19 friends because Stacy's already on the call, so she's already considered one of them.
What?
Um,
Since she ain't been to one, she better have her fine ass there. She better be the first in line.
I mean, I'm not fine no more. All right, that's cool. Do me a favor, put your page, and that goes for all of you. Like, follow these awesome people. Put your pages in the chat, so people can come follow you and come to your come to your show.
Sounds good. Stay blessed.
You too. Thank you. Bye. Are there any other ladies? Ayana, do you want to come on here? I'm sure you got some some useful insights that you would like to add. Like I said, this is not meant to be a forum to bash. There's too much of that already on social media. These are individual people's preferences. That's it. Like, and everybody's entitled to have their preferences, right? I didn't come on here talking about I hate all men. Like, I don't. I mean, I love men, but also some of you are raggedy. I mean, it is what it is, right? Or some of you just, you don't align. Your preferences don't align. You know what I mean? So put it like that. Um, is that fair? What did you miss, Wes? You missed us discussing what our turn-ons and turn-offs are. Why don't you join, Wes? I'd love to have you on for some comic relief. I don't know what's going on with Mike over there. Mike, I'm gonna send a request to Wes. Um, Mike, you might need to hop off and come back. I can't get him off. Or Andrew, you want to join? Anyone else? Dana, I don't know if you have anything else to add because he's just here.
I guess I can kind of go into some of the things that were also positive, like some amazing things about guys that I think sometimes we hide. There are so many men that want to be open and vulnerable, but they feel like there's a chip in their shoulder, especially to me in the Black community, where men can't cry, or men can't kind of feel like they have the ability to be vulnerable with a woman. And so far from the truth. And that's one of the things that I love about love. When a man is being loved properly, he can come home and feel like the world is still out there. He comes home to peace, and there's nothing else, you know, that matters. Everything else that he had to deal with before he got here, it's nothing but peace. And I love that when men are loved and nurtured properly, they reciprocate. They reciprocate it well. And that's, you know, it's I feel like as a woman, you know, I have taken accountability for, I always say that, okay, you know, men this and men that, but the things that I have accepted, those are some of the things that were wrong. They were my fault because I accepted them, right? So until you can say stop, you know, we always feel like we have to like give somebody another chance. Social media and the world has you thinking that ride or die. Honey, I ain't riding or dying, honey. I'm riding and flying. I am not falling in love, my sister. I am standing in love, okay? It's going to be authentic and it's going to be the right way. And I'm not going to be that teenager stupid in love. And I'm not going to be stigmatized so bad that I'm running around here losing my mind. It has to be a balance. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. I don't care who you are. I don't care. Well, you know, when a blue check was a thing, I don't care before everybody could get them. If you had a blue check by your name, you was in my DM. I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is how you're treating me. And if you're treating me like you think I'm, you know, like I'm just one in a rotation, or like I'm dispensable, I'm disposable, I'm like, when you get around to it, get somebody else to do it. Because
Exactly.
I don't give okay? I don't care about none of that. Like, I really don't at all. Now, and I'm not gonna lie, because, you know, I think I have been, I won't say bamboozled, but like I've been led astray and run amok a little bit by, you know, some of the superficial
Yep.
shit. But
Exactly. I mean,
like, but now, you know, I'm again at my big age, my priorities are different. And I'm like, at the end of the day, none of the things that I mentioned matter if you don't value and respect and treat me like I am special and important to you. If you don't do that, oh, and if you're a cheap motherfucker, because sorry, I know I said I wasn't, that shit is a big turn off.
yeah.
Cheap. Get somebody else to do it, okay?
Yeah. And I also tying along to that too, like a lot of men think, and it's not the men, this falls on the, because they're like, I gotta figure out if she's a gold digger or not. You guys can see kind of right away when she says she doesn't want a cheap man. She's not saying that she's not going to date you if you only make $60,000 or $70,000 a year. She's saying that she wants a man that can still put out and be able to do, not feel like, okay, well, we're gonna I'm just gonna have the basic things. And I say that because I dated somebody who had millions and he was cheap.
Well, right.
Do you understand?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have anything to do with what
Yep.
tax bracket you're in, and it's also not about me trying to be in your pockets. It's about you. It's about you being selfish and stingy. I like, be fiscally responsible. Be frugal. I'm not saying you should be a bad steward of your money. I'm saying, but don't be cheap with me, especially if I know that you can afford not to be. And again, this is not about $300 you know, dinners, and it's not about that, because I actually appreciate a man who is creative, and like puts thought and effort into whatever it is that he can afford to do. That matters the most to me, that you put some thought into it, especially if I give you ideas. Like, I'm
You
just
can.
thinking, something just came to mind. that recently, that it really annoyed me, because again, it's the whole selling a dream that I didn't ask you to do. I
Yeah.
didn't ask. You're volunteering this shit and you're still not coming through. Just stop. Stop the cap. Like, do what you say you're gonna do, or shut the fuck up. I mean,
And, I,
and leave me alone also.
and one thing I will say that I was successful in this time around was I actually did what I wanted. I cooked dinner. I put roses on the floor. I made picnics on the floor. I did pedicures and manicures and back massages. I
And he
surprised.
deserved it, I
Oh,
bet.
please, let me tell you, because I'm telling you, when a man is loved properly, they will also make times 10, give that back tenfold. It really is that true, and it really is that simple, right? So if you look at it on the capacity of how you love, not 50-50, there's no 50-50, it's 100 and 100. Because you never know what day you're going to fall short, and it's not going to be equal. But when the reason that I love so hard is because I know that he will do what I will do times 10. I know that if I fall, he's going to be able to pick me up, and vice versa. So it's just, the reciprocation of it is amazing. And as women, we have to know that we can spoil our men as well. We can take them out, we can surprise them, we can do the same things that we require and want for them, for us. So I think it's just really, really, that missing puzzle takes time. And that fine, we all want a fine man, but is his heart fine? Is his heart fine? His teeth may be pretty. He may have 12 ding ding dings down his tummy, but is his heart fine?
No, he probably doesn't. Okay. He probably doesn't.
So yeah.
And if he does, he's definitely, he's definitely for the streets. Sorry. But I mean, come on. If he's packing like that, he's slanging. He can't be. But anyway, I digress. So my point is, just for clarification, it's not about being back to the cheap commentary. It's not about like being a gold digger. It's about showing effort in especially if you're pursuing me. Like, if you pursued me, I'm not pursuing you.
Mm-hmm.
If you came pursuing me,
Mm-hmm.
then don't harass me and then bare minimum
There
me.
you go.
Get somebody else to do it. Like, honestly, why do you want to deal with somebody why? And I think I already know the answers to the question, but like, why even deal with somebody who you don't value? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't, and okay, maybe there's somebody else that is willing to accept that. And I'm in the past, I have accepted that as well. Now I'm not. Like, there's no benefit in it for me. And if a relationship is not mutually beneficial, so as Dana said, you do for me, I do for you. So whatever we deem as valuable in that relationship, whatever is important to us, whatever we prioritize respectively, if that person values you, then they will, try to do those things to make you happy, and vice versa. It works both ways. But if any one person, if it's very one-sided on either end, skew towards a woman, skew towards a man, then it doesn't work, because ultimately somebody's going to feel resentful,
Yep.
like they're being used, like they're taken advantage of.
And Stacey, I want to chime back on something that somebody said earlier, not to embarrass you, but just to bring light to it. Somebody made a comment about your big
Oh
old,
yeah, I blocked
right?
him. I
So
blocked him.
here's the thing. Okay? From a man, and this is like a woman talking, right? Don't go and date a woman. You see how I already dress. You see how I wear my hair. You see that I'm beautiful, but if I want to do more makeup and wear red lips, don't come in and then say, you're so bomb, but now that you're mine, can you take the faux locks out,
Girl.
baby? Can you pull your shirt up a little bit, baby? Can you wear something? No, take me for me, because I'm not going to do that to you. And don't be insecure with it, because I'm going to have respect for you no matter what I'm wearing and what I'm doing, if you have respect for me. So don't come in here and change the wheel. We're pushing 50. We ain't 22 no more. And that is annoying.
And that's for a period, okay?
That's a period.
Look, I talked about that recently too. I'm like, you can't, I'm not saying that you, like, you can't be, or you shouldn't be willing to compromise in a relationship. But to your point, if you meet somebody a particular way,
absolutely,
like now you can't be like, okay, well, that was cool, before when you were single, but
yep,
So,
no, sir. If you
so
prefer somebody who dresses more modestly, then that's who you should pursue.
absolutely.
right, but I have a question related to that concept, right? Where what we see in a lot of the men's and women's discussions is this talk of like emulating what grandparents and parents did for story, right? And the story that we're all told in general is you meet someone and then you change. Like across the
Hold
what?
on, Andrew. I'm sorry. Introduce yourself to the people because you
Oh,
disappeared
hello.
out of nowhere.
Hello, people. This beautiful bearded man just showed up. My name is Andrew Thomas Clifton. I'm a director, writer, cinematographer, blah blah blah, all the cool shit.
Hi, Andrew.
And
Hey, what's up?
he is the shooter who captured
I saw
my
you killed those
photos
pictures
recently. Yeah,
Vavumva in the window.
he's dope. He's dope. So anyway, carry on. Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries. So like the question was because it's interesting that I hear you all, and I totally hear what you're saying about not changing. But what we see about relationships is constantly the talk of meeting someone and then changing. And it seems like I know for most men, we are not we have far less information to go on as far as successful relationships than women do in general. I think across the board we haven't been taught to pay enough attention. So we think, okay, we did this when we met and now we have to change. Granted, I'm not saying we should try to change what a woman's wearing because if it attracted you, it pulled you in. But I think they're trying to rush steps. They're trying to skip over the natural change that happens in a relationship where you meet someone and then the both of you evolve into someone else. Because I can tell you now, like you said earlier, you said something very poignant about the age you're at now. Where it's like 20 years ago, what you would have accepted, totally different. 30 years ago, what you would have accepted, and some dudes from that phase have never grown. I'm not saying they should approach you, but they've never grown beyond, the dude who was the superstar in high school, maybe mentally stuck there, or the girl, or whatever the pronoun. No offense to anyone. So I find that conversation interesting because I think we have to be able to have a discussion because like when men and women are dating, there is no 50-50. It's never, ever going to be. There are times like Michelle talked about it beautifully in her new book, the concept there was a whole season where she didn't feel seen by Barack. And we didn't see it from the outside. But on the inside, it was like, he's out here doing this shit and I'm just kind of sitting around waiting on him. And so for me, it's like, what do we, I don't have an expectation of things being equal. I'm okay with sometimes things being completely not about me, as long as there's no 0%. Like there has to be a 5% or a 2% or something. Cause I know that's going to come back around because say she's in the middle of studying for her PhD, or say she's like getting a medical degree. Those things require a shit ton of energy. Or maybe she's getting over a childhood trauma about sexual assault or whatever. Like I can't speak to all the many ideas, but maybe what's happening causes her to go inward for a season, and I need to be strong enough and know enough to say, I trust and know it'll be okay to come back around. And if not, to know like when does like, you know what, if it's 10 years of you not seeing me, or maybe this is a bad idea, or whatever your number is. But I think we should be okay with change in that way. Like
okay, because we are it was relevant in the last sort of thought that we shared, but that's not really the topic of this.
Yeah.
I want to talk about what people's turn-ons and turn-offs are, so I don't want to get too far down that path. So please share yours since you're here.
I'm turned on by intelligence, and not just book smarts, but social intelligence. I mean, all the intelligences that can be out there as far as forms. I'm turned on by a woman's general womanhood, whatever that is relative to that person, because it's very different for every woman. Like, I don't try to take it across the board for different women. I'm very turned on by care, by nuance, women who understand nuance, who are not dogmatic and stuck in dramatic poles of A or B, but there's so much space between. Those are my turn-ons.
And the turn-offs, or do you just want to keep it
No,
positive?
I don't give a shit. Turn off. I'm turned off by nasty people, like physically, like who don't see the power of bathing and moisturizing. I'm turned off by women who don't listen. I'm turned off by, it's really the opposites of my turn-ons, really just turned off by dogmatic women who stick themselves into A or B and don't let there be a between space. And I'm turned off by an overabundance of fear. Fear is fine, but I'm turned off by everything is a scary thing and I can't move. That doesn't make me feel, you know, like I don't know what I can do with that.
Okay. Wes, don't mind him. He's a fool.
What would I say?
Wes, do you want to chime in? He's a joker.
No, it's real. No, like, but you can't. Like, I really believe you can see someone's intelligence by how they move. Like, Wes, so we're clear. I'm not saying like have a book on your chest and have like brain glasses on. I can see social intelligence. I can see how you move through the space, how you dress for the space, how you like. There's so many types of intelligence. I'm a witnesser in that way. I'm an observer. So I sit back and I kind of watch to see how someone fits. If someone's a rebel, you know, if everyone's told to wear it's a black tie event and she's wearing a red dress, I mean, is this the kind of space where I can see her doing that or not? And how confident is she in that? So it's that intelligence. Intelligence is very vast.
Hi. Now, why y'all like to join and then be in the dark?
I'm not in the dark.
No, I know you're not. You're one of the few who's usually well lit, but it tracks, right? Because you understand the importance of good lighting.
Darkness attracts.
Yeah, we can't even see you. You're like off the screen. So what's happening?
You can't see me? Can y'all see
No,
me?
the way you have are you driving?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Okay, it's fine. Then it's fine. So just tell us your turn-ons and turn-offs.
Well, can I introduce myself?
Oh, yes. That part. Thank you. Please.
How y'all doing? I am Jay Swan. My government name is Joshua Swan, right? I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I am a poet. I'm a hip-hop artist. I am a videographer. I do it all.
Okay. Jay Swan. Please share your turn-ons and turn-offs.
All right. My biggest turn-ons from a woman is her feistiness. I like women who are very feisty and like, know how to take control for real. Cause like, I don't know what it is. It's something about when a woman is very alpha dominant. I don't know what it is. It's something about y'all. Yeah, like if she knows how to throw a punch or like, she got that strong grip, I'm like, oh shit.
Okay. He's trying to change his oil on his car while he's driving. I got you.
Yeah, like
Wes said you're toxic.
You said I'm toxic? Oh, come on.
He's a clown, so don't mind him.
I mean, it's all love. It's all love. Yeah, like if you like super like dominant, like super strong, and also intelligence. Like what my homeboy was just saying, like, if you have like a pure heart of intelligence and like, it's just if you have a good heart, it's just a turn on for me because I love when I see women who has like a good sense of morality, if you get what I'm saying. Like she could like walk an old lady across the street or like help someone who's homeless or, just, dang, it's a turn on just talking about it for real.
Okay.
Well,
I
let
mean,
me
Like,
sign off
oh,
there. Shit, let me get the fuck out of
let
here.
me hold on.
I don't
Hold
want
on.
none of that man meat on my
Hold
chest.
on.
Let me get the fuck out of here.
Let me hold on. Hold on.
yeah.
Let me interrupt for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, what I was going to say is, as a reminder,
Okay.
I specified non-physical,
No,
non-sexual. I
okay.
mean, we're grown, but I'm saying I wanted to specify this is not Dirty Street Confessions. So
Okay.
y'all don't come on here talking super crazy. Like,
Actually,
you know,
Captain.
there's a lane for that. This ain't it. That's all. So it's cool. I mean, if that's what, if that's what floats your boat, then I did say turn-ons, right? So
And another turn on for me is poetry. If she knows how to do poetry for real, like a real poet, and she's like really speaking from the heart of like big enough, like a man for real. Like, wow, it's something that guys want to hear for real. Like, she's just speaking like, oh, I see you working really hard. I see that you're really on your grind for real. Like, y'all get what I'm
yep.
saying?
Yes,
Y'all get
I'm
what I'm saying?
sorry. I'm listening to you, but they have some funny commentary in the. He said you want a chick that got her degree in jail.
I see the comments.
Listen,
I see
Mike
the
over
comments.
here talking about be dominated.
listen, look.
This shit took
He
a turn.
can like whatever he want to like. If you like it, I love it. Okay.
Someone said nigga want Jill Scott. You goddamn right I do. Shit.
Okay.
I mean,
Shoot your
I think every
shot.
black man wants Jill Scott Silver Claire. Like she's
Should I add her in the comments? I mean, I don't know if she's gonna show up here, but I'm just saying.
I mean,
They
you can
said
add that shit. Jilly from Philly. That's cool with me.
they
This
they,
nigga
they,
said Lady of
they
Rage.
said you want Lady of Rage.
Oh, you talking about baby? You talking about baby D from next Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait, how old
that's
are you?
yeah, she cool. I'm
You I
33.
know you know Afro
Of
Puffs.
course.
Oh, okay,
Man,
I thought just saying.
she was on Death Row when she was on the Steve Harvey show. I remember her.
Yeah. Okay. She got a little history. All right.
Educated your ass. Yeah.
Well, and so in summary, you would like a woman who has like alpha-ish tendencies, which a lot of men, I mean, I actually appreciate that you shared that because a lot of men, a lot of men will say they like their women, a little spicy, a little feisty.
Yeah,
No, they
like
don't. They think that's cute in the beginning, and then when it turns on them and they're feisty and spicy.
like
Yeah, then we want you to
Yo,
down,
yeah,
be quiet.
we love that shit. Like
yeah.
we love it. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. So
That
we're
is
clear.
me
He
to
said
a T,
he
and
said
no, y'all
some.
don't.
He
Okay.
said some. He didn't say I want full habanero pepper every day. I'm trying to eat my breakfast. What he said was I want a little bit of jalapeno sprinkled on my shit when I'm eating,
Yeah,
which is a different conversation. Like everything again,
everything.
the dogmatic extra A to B.
We don't. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. We don't. We Aries. Me
Oh,
and
y'all
Dana,
Aries.
we're
I don't know what
Aries.
that
We don't. We don't
means.
Oh,
do.
What does that
We
mean?
fire
What is,
types, fire types,
we do full out or not at all.
fire types,
Right.
fire types.
So Exactly. If I'm
Man,
giving you spice, I'm giving you the big black pepper balls, the habanero, the Tabasco,
all
whatever. It's
at
gonna
one
be,
time?
yes, all of
Man,
it.
you trying,
Okay.
you trying to fuck somebody's shit? They gonna be in that bathroom the rest of their relationship. Yo, what you talking about right now?
yeah.
They gonna get a little.
No,
Give me one a day. One a day.
so let me just but I'm joking. I mean, sort of. Like,
Sort of.
uh, no. Look, I like to call myself spicy because I have the capacity to I have the capacity to turn all the way up. I don't like being like that, right? And as I grow and evolve, I've learned, or I continue to learn ways of addressing the fire inside, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's always it's generally not
productive way of expressing your anger and frustration. It's appropriate in very few settings, right? Um, Having said that, though, I I I feel like there's a sort of a fine. I mean, there's a way that you can express yourself that doesn't necessarily require you to take it to that level. But some men don't want to deal with that at all. So what I'm saying is they'll say, yeah, they'd like that, it's cute, it's whatever in the beginning. They'll say that, but I don't really feel like they mean it. I saw Mike, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But then somebody like me wouldn't be for you because I'm not like super soft and delicate. But I have the capacity to be more of that if you are not acting like if we're not both playing the lady role. You dig
I
me?
get it.
So
Yeah.
not acting like a bitch, basically what you're saying. Not acting like a little bitch. That's what you're saying.
Even think, and I don't think masculinity necessarily has to mean that you're
No,
domineering, that you're
no.
beating your chest, that you're
Right.
like, I'm the alpha male. Like, you don't have to be like that either to demonstrate masculinity. You be decisive. Like, this is my definition, right, of somebody demonstrating masculinity in a way that I find appealing. He's decisive. He's um he's a man of action. He's like authoritative without like screaming and yelling and being bombastic, and walking in a room, and he can be confident without being overbearing, without like, you know, without having to say it. Like, his mere presence just emanates, I'm that nigga, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you don't have to be that way. And then I'm like, okay, you got this. So I'm cool. I don't have to come in here. So we're like, we're competing in that regard, because I don't want to be in competition with him. I don't want to be in competition with a man I'm dating. I'm not like a soft, delicate flower. I'm not. But I do have the capacity to be more soft with a man who, and I know people will say, well, how are you only feminine if you're with a man who's masculine? It's not that I'm only feminine with a man who's masculine. It's that certain men bring out certain characteristics in me
Absolutely.
more so than others. So if you don't want the more assertive and dominant and extra spicy version of me, then I have to be handled in a particular type of way. That's it. And
Absolutely.
it
And some
takes a
require,
certain type of man to be able to do
yep.
that.
And it takes a certain type of man to allow a woman able to be submissive. Period.
I would not describe myself as so, but
I
okay.
mean, but we had this discussion a couple of days ago, though. There is describing yourself as not soft is interesting because you're basing it off of another variable. Like, you are soft for the right kind of guy, and that's in essence soft. I mean, it's not a dismissal. It's a statement of the other variable in the conversation is the man who can be the man who can be, because like obviously we're online, so this discussion has to be curtailed a certain way. But to keep things simple, a dude who gets to, who is a dude, the dude who moves like a man, the dude who doesn't have to like, who's not trying to prove his manhood through anything to others, but who knows who he is and moves that way.
Yeah, he's comfortable
So
in his own
yeah,
skin.
there's nothing that can shift him. So like what you mentioned is interesting because like I have a friend and two friends who are married where she is literally a ball of fire. Actually, Atuwada should get in here and talk because him and his wife are their turn-ons and turn-offs are very interesting as people. But having a wife who's spicy and he's so chill, and she'll be spicy as shit, but I kid you not, she'll get around him and he just gets to that like tone of just like, go and sit down now. And she sits the fuck down. And there's no
That's
like,
that's
it's
what
no
I'm
argument,
talking
there's no
about, though. I
confrontation.
like that shit.
Right. So
Like,
Yeah.
so you need someone who wants the fire, who knows how to tame the fire. Because most men honestly don't. We don't deal with we are not fire dealer with in a mass capacity. Like, we are chilling, and a lot of dudes who've never had a man around them, because my friend I'm mentioning had his grandfather, and his grandfather is like 87. This dude still climbs up in trees to cut limbs and shit. He is like that dude. He was raised by that. A lot of dudes have never ever witnessed manhood like that to even have an emulation. They're basing manhood off TV and off of ideas in the streets, so they have no concept of when you get spicy, it ain't got to change you. All right, you know what? Be as spicy as you want. It's cool. I'm gonna sit right here and let you do all that, and when you're done, we can leave.
Listen, so you make a very good point, though. I think it does have something to do with I think part of it is his natural like temperament or whatever.
Yeah,
but also Wes is, you are a fool, but also I think it's something to do with, you know, the way he was raised as well. So I think that's a fair point. But
let me jump also out the water can jump in because he has a great perspective he would probably love to share with y'all real quick.
Okay, well let me see if he okay, yeah, he's coming. All right. Come on in.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the turn-ons either.
Well, we got Wes got a lot of material off your turn-ons. So, well, hello there.
Hey, what's up?
Introduce yourself to the people. How do you pronounce your name?
Atuara.
Atuara. Okay, that's
Hey,
exciting.
good evening, everybody.
Hello.
And thank you for joining.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. Hey, what's up, Atuara? Out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm in the medical industry. I'm an artist and a clothing designer.
Okay. A lot of artists.
Yeah.
Wait. So, Atuara, before you begin, I have to let Jay Swan share his turn-offs because again, we were so entertained by the turn-ons.
Yeah.
So quickly, go ahead.
The nasty attitudes, that is a big turn off. Like, you could be pretties on the outside, but in the inside you're rotten. That is a super turn off. I don't like that at all. And also, I don't like honesty. Dishonesty is what I'm saying. I don't like when someone who's like super dishonest and like, I just want some woman like to tell me the truth. If you don't like what I'm doing, just be honest. Like, don't be meandering or like dancing around or like, you know, trying to hide stuff, because if you're hiding stuff, then you're not being honest with me. So like, that's another one. And bad breath, not taking care of yourself, bad hygiene, funky feet. So a bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge turn off for real. Like, you know, and like I said, dishonesty, I don't like that shit. I really don't.
I really don't either, so I feel you on that. Okay, well, I appreciate you sharing. You have certainly you and Wes have brought comic relief to the discussion.
Comic relief?
And I don't even think you meant to.
I mean, what is this, like a natural thing?
Huh?
It was natural?
You said it wasn't natural.
Yeah, like, it's like a natural comedic.
No, I'm saying like you unintentionally, because, you know, they found your turn-ons entertaining for whatever reason. Anyway.
I mean, like, shit, I'm a different type of nigga, so like, I don't really care. It's like, it's, you know, it's what I like.
Oh, and again, I appreciate it. It was different than kind of some of the other answers that we got. That's all. But I appreciate you sharing them. So, now, Atuara. I was told that you don't.
Oh, you say like my dad. My dad say my name just like that.
Atuara. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not as like that, but he says it with the R's. So I appreciate it.
Okay, so now it's your turn.
Sure. So I guess I'm giving a different perspective because I'm pretty much describing how my wife turns me on, or when I'm turned on by her. And I do remember when I first met her, like what instantly grabbed me was like her eyes and her lips. And then after I got to know her a little bit, I think that having like a playfulness and humor is always good. It's a big turn on for me because that means that we're just having a good conversation. A lot of times we're just like up talking and joking and laughing and stuff like that. And uh, I think that's a big deal for me in regards to being the turn on. The turn offs.
Wait,
I Yeah,
hold on for 1 second.
sure.
Jay Swan, can you mute your mic? I don't know whose mic it is, but I hear a lot of feedback from somebody's end. It might be you.
Uh,
Okay, so that's better. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess the turn offs.
Well, maybe it's you.
I don't know. I mean, oh, maybe it is me.
Are
I'm sorry about that.
you on 2 devices?
No, I'm on one device. Oh, let me see something real quick.
I don't know if it's because there's multiple people. I don't know. It's just, like I said, sometimes when I watch it back and I hear a lot of background noise because I don't necessarily hear it on my end, but I just want to make sure everybody can be heard. That's all. So,
Yeah, I did hear it.
Wes, I hate
Yep.
you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, some of the turn offs, I think, I don't know. That's kind of hard, and I don't want to be saying like things are perfect or something like that. But the turn offs in regards to, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I'm one of those people that just kind of just accept folks for who they are, right? Because you gotta love kind of like the crumbs of a person. That's what an OG told me. Is like a lot of times we're turned on about a golden bread and toast that come out the toaster, but it's the crumbs that's at the bottom that you gotta love as well too. So I don't really have too many turnoffs when it comes to my wife and stuff. I just accept her for everything, and she accepts me for everything.
I'm
So
stealing that because those were bars. Whoever said it, your uncle, your grandfather, that's
yeah,
bars.
somebody,
Okay? You
some
got to
some
love the
OG
crumbs
told
of
me
a
that. Some old
person.
nigga.
You got to love the crumbs of a person. I love it.
Gotta love
Okay?
them burnt crumbs. That's part of the bread too.
Facts.
All right, I'm gonna get off because I'm messing up the audio. Thanks. Y'all have a
No,
good night.
it's okay. I appreciate you joining. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Um, okay, so I don't know if there's so you just X yourself out. Because I was gonna say I can't okay. So my dear, so again it's later than I had planned. Wes, you got one more chance before I sign off here.
Josh ain't
You-
gonna keep it, bro.
He's not talking about you. It was Atuar. Anyway, I appreciate you guys joining and and Dana, I appreciate you hanging with me for the whole time. I know I not you gotta love her crummy ass. Exactly.
I
You
love
you
your
you certainly
your comedians, Wes and Mike. They are. Come
y'all want somebody to love your crummy ass, so I mean
Crummy ass.
well not your ass literally, but
I know
yeah,
what y'all
I don't want to love the crumbs in your ass.
mean. Shit.
I mean, just saying. But yes, you have to love the crumbs of a person. And I feel like people's turn-ons and turn-offs were like, other than you, Jay Swan, were pretty standard. But again, I appreciate y'all sharing.
You're
And
welcome.
if you haven't already found, the woman of your dreams who's gonna fight you and
Dang, I haven't found her yet.
and spank him and change his oil, honey. They're gonna call her Jiffy Lube.
Ooh, should be. Oh shit. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't eat booty. So just saying.
Oh, she don't do groceries. Oh,
Sammy Loco said if you eating it, I guess you do then. Well, I don't. So no, thank you. But I digress because once again, this is not dirty street confessions. Anyway.
She in jail already. Damn.
So I guess he's saying that's where you need to go look for your soulmate, maybe. You know?
Ah, no way. No way.
Anyway, are we all just looking for peace? I mean, yeah, I want peace, but also I'm not gonna lie, like a little bit of
Excitement.
this is the unhealed, like non-therapized side of me that, you know, like a little, if you have like a little bit of toxicity, just a little sprinkle of it.
Wait, toxicity? Just a little bit?
No, I really, honestly, I really don't want to deal with that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
But like,
okay.
like if you're, but I feel like if you're super, you know, you've been through therapy and you know you can communicate well, it's important.
Mm-hmm.
But like I just want you to have like a little sprinkle of.
We're Aries, we have to have some type of excitement. And it doesn't have to be the excitement, I think Wes was saying, you know, like breaking windows and being choked. I mean, in the bedroom, but not like on the kitchen floor where there's an abuse, you know, that type of stuff. No.
Yeah, no abuse. Not that type of abuse.
Yeah, some type of excitement. And I know this probably sounds crazy and it's probably late to even say this. So don't repeat this, y'all. But I prefer dating a man who was an ex-hoe. I say that because I want him to have utilized his penis enough
Really?
that he has seen it all, light, dark, big, small, everywhere. I want him to have lived so that when he gets with me, now he's like, girl, I've been there and done that. You're everything and then some. You know how they say, bing around the world and I. If they haven't, they only been to Temple Hills and District Heights and Ocean City. Ain't been nowhere.
So,
not interested.
So pretty much
yeah,
like
no.
pretty much like a Wilt Chamberlain, like 20,000
No, that's
Just
OD.
a man that is well versed.
That would be a good topic.
Yeah.
Body count.
Let's see.
Nah. I mean, honestly, so I agree with you. I tend to agree with you. As long as he's, you know, as long as he's safe.
He's done all of that. Goes back to
my man.
He can come around a group of beautiful women and not be wondering this, that, and the third, because he's already lived that part of his life. And then when he does get with a beautiful soul, he is at peace. But peace doesn't mean boring and doing Netflix and chill every day. Peace means being at peace with your soulmate so that you can go out. There's no drama, phone drama, people with who has the passwords and hiding phones and all that craziness. Like that is unpeaceful. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like partnering, traveling and living and having a good time and laughing, like the gentleman said, because if you can't laugh and have a good time with your partner, then it's boring. Like be a goof. Like I always say, I'm a sexy goof troop because I'm going to make him laugh. We're going to have a good time. And we don't need an audience to have a good time as well.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong having like a little bit of sense of humor. Like, you know, I like, you know, certain women who are funny. Like, you can tell me a good dad joke. You could tell me a bad joke, whatever, just to make me laugh. I'm like, okay, I like a little sense of humor. It's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Wes, I hate you. I officially hate you.
What, you hate me?
No, not you. You've been an amazing guest. I appreciate you. I said Wes because he says only time a man stops being a hoe is when his D stops working.
Dad, it's like, well, old ass man, like in his 80s
and shit. Look. Do you want to be out here like Irv Gotti? I don't think you do. Because look at him now. You want to settle down. Now he wants to find a nice PYT, but she don't want him for, you know, who he is. She want him for the dough.
So what about Ronald Isley? Like he one of the OGs, like, you know.
Yeah, but Ronald Isley, I can't even talk. Ron Isley strikes me as the type of man who knows how to take care of his PYT. So
Yeah.
he understands, like, if I'm gonna be with, this fine young woman, like, she has a plethora of options available to her before she comes to be with my old ass. Like, so I gotta be taking care of her.
You
I
know,
mean,
you know, I think he married. Hold up, didn't he marry one of the members from what is that group that came out in '03 with that ice cream song? The light skinned chick. He married one of them.
I just
I think he
I
did.
know whoever it was that he married, she's like in her 40s, I think, or
Oh,
something.
now I know the group is JS. The Taste, My Ice Cream, those
Yeah.
shits.
Yeah,
He married her.
that's what somebody said. Yeah, I don't. She's a beautiful woman. But again, like, and so yeah, so she can admire and respect him as an elder and whatever. But like, I'm sure he's taking care of her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
again,
for sure.
Irv Gotti thinks he's going to find a woman who is, again, like a PYT, like, beautiful and in the prime of her life, and just want to be with his ass and don't want nothing from him except to be with him and his personality. Sorry,
Son of,
like,
I think son of weirdo, but that's no.
Wes, I hate you. That's it. I've had it now. You don't want that for yourself, because them women that that you hoeing with are not going to take care of you when you can't, you know when you can't take care of yourself. So you need somebody who's going to rock with you, you know who's going to wipe your, yeah, anyway. I'm saying, like, you just yeah, you still a little bit young though. Well, younger than me, so maybe you got some time, but you better settle down, buddy. Just saying.
Yeah, he can't get over Ashanti or whatever. So like, I'm like, yo, bro, that shit happened 20 fucking years ago, bro. Let that go.
Word. Indeed. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, appreciate y'all. And I so you can see yourself out. Bye, bye,
Love you
bye.
guys.
I appreciate
Y'all be
you.
safe.
I appreciate
Positivity.
you.
Enjoy the
Appreciate
rest.
that.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing your turn-ons and turn-offs. And we'll be back next week. I actually wanted to talk about, Dana, one of the things that you mentioned earlier in the conversation about social media, and like how, like, of course, it's like the highlight reel of, or I guess how people utilize it, and like how some people may be more authentic and may share more vulnerabilities, and others are sort of just sharing the highlight reel. But I mean, it's up to you how you choose to utilize it. But that'll be a topic for another day. So,
Yep.
anywho, so thank y'all for coming out.
You guys have a wonderful night.
You too.
Thank you for having me on here.
Get to wherever you are going safely, sir.
All right.
And bye.
Y'all take care.
You too. Um, okay, y'all. So yeah. So signing off for the evening. I appreciate y'all who, hung in there for this marathon discussion. And I will see you next Wednesday. And have a good night. Peace.